Michigan, the capital city Comic-Con. Third time coming here. So, that's what it looks like. It's a fairly big show. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So today is Sunday. Wasn't able to come Friday or Saturday because I had my claim sales on Instagram. So today's the day. Batman and Deadpool are here. All right. That means it's time. So anyway, we're going to see what Sunday's like, see if we can find some deals. Let's go in. All right, immediately. Mystery Machine from Scooby-Doo. Nice. Last year, I believe they had like a Millennium, not a Millennium Falcon, but they had some sort of Star Wars ship here, which was kind of cool as well. But anyway, this is what it looks like. Decent size. Probably going to be, I'm guessing, 10 to 15 comic dealers here. So, all right, I'm going to show you everything that I see. Let's go. All right, it's not a con without a huge Funko booth. I'm sure there's more, but that's a pretty big one. A lot of Funkos. All right, still searching for comics. Ooh, let's go this way. All right, here we go. Ooh, some nice vintage stuff here. Definitely coming back this way. All right, more Funkos. All right, a lot of cool stuff here. My eye caught that. It's too bad they're all reprints. Nice treasury size. House of Mystery. All reprints, unfortunately. Great title, Sorcery. All right, let's see what we got here. Always love that cover. All right, some nice Silver Age. These are nice. All Mylar. Okay, we get into some Neil Adams era here. Always a cool cover. Those creepy hands, the long nails. All right, we got some stuff to work with here. All right, let's try Batman. Oh yeah. The Santa cover. All right, not too much Bronze Age Batman. Oh. Riddler. All right, so that might be it for Batman. Okay. All right. So far, got a little stack of stuff. Let's see what kind of price we can get. All right, what about Western, you guys? When is Western ever gonna get its due? Get Colt, among others. I don't know. I'm a closet Western collector, just so you guys know. Good stuff. Golden Age all the way through Bronze Age. All right, one day. One day. All right, we just made our first purchase. Really good booth. Place called Argos. They're out of Grand Rapids, Michigan. Really nice setup. I showed you some video of the wall. Really organized too. But all right, on to the next place. Maybe we'll stop here. See what they got. All right, looking at a really nice copy of Frankenstein #1. Beautiful. Annabelle in the house with Michael. Five Nights. Cool stuff. All right, this is a separate room where people come in to play games. So not super packed, but I'm sure on maybe Friday or Saturday it was busier, but I come in just to sit down and relax for a minute. But anyway, kind of cool this side room being available for people. All right. Oh. Boba Fett in the house. Nice costume. All right, we got everybody here. All right, onward. Well, they have a panel going here. I don't know who that is. But we're walking through the non-comic and collectible section. So, art, prints, crafts, stuff like that. Okay, let's head back to comics. Okay, we've got Jeep Guys, comics and cards. Thought that was kind of cool. And you don't see Marvel cards very often. But here we go. I think this is the... I haven't been following Marvel cards lately, but I think that's the new Topps stuff. And some Marvel Rivals as well. All right, here's some older stuff. 1990. Some of the original holograms. A few comics. Mostly newer stuff. Remember that? First appearance of Robin King.
If there's any characters or stuff that you're looking for
Okay. Thank you. Appreciate it. All right, a lot of Tomb Raider. So yeah, mostly modern stuff.
Like as Funko Pops? That might be. I think I sold my regular one.
Nice. Here we go. Jeep Guys, Comics and Cards.
To be fair on the pricing, yeah.
All right, so another little known fact about me is that I am hoarding pit number ones. I think I'm getting close to a long box. Why? I don't know,
Yeah, you can see Adam
but it's fun.
Prescott in costume on exhibit.
All right, 3 more.
Pretty awesome. Okay, thanks so much. You have a bag?
Wow, the FS. PSA slab.
And then what else you got in the boxes here and there?
All right, there goes R2. Yeah, pretty close there. All right, he's off. Blue Horse Collectibles. It's one of the nicest booths here for vintage. And some early barks. Just nice mix of everything.
Yeah, it's the guy.
Gold, silver, bronze. I remember this booth from last year. And a lot of pulps too. I don't know my pulps really well, but he's got a lot of it. And then lots of boxes with lots of different stuff. All right. Very cool booth. Blue Horse Collectibles. Ask for Steve.
16 through 27.
All right, 16 through 27. Yeah. Nice. Did you have it done or did you buy it like this?
I bought it like this, and I got a story with it, but you know, who knows what stories are true.
It's nice shape.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Yeah, the binding, being bound in, I think helps a lot because it protects them.
Yeah. Oh, really nice.
I've always loved the X-Men, and for me, these are the X-Men.
I
sorry.
agree.
And
Don't apologize to me.
I didn't even buy the new ones at all.
Yeah.
I changed them, I stopped. They're okay now.
Yeah.
But
Nothing but old school for you, huh?
yeah.
I get it. I get it. Very nice. All right. I remember this booth from last year, and it's pretty cool. They take old comic books and they kind of do like a 3D type of plaque. And in this case, you see some EC books here, which are really cool. They are the reprints, though. They didn't cut apart a Golden Age EC. Here, I'm trying to give you like the 3D view of it. But pretty cool. They do all sorts of books. I mean, they've got a ton on display here. For Silver Surfer, FF48. I like this Kid Cold down here. I think this was the actual Silver Age book that they used for it. Cool stuff. Shadowbox Legends, if you're interested. All right, Gotham City Comics and Collectibles. One of the nicest setups you'll ever see at a show.
I bought
Just so organized. So really nice wall and tons of boxes as well. Family run. He's got a son helping him out here, but that's George. George is the man. But a mix of modern stuff and some vintage. So you see a lot of Invincible, a lot of modern stuff.
I see your
All right,
slab. I see
they're
your,
getting into the Bronze Age horror, which I like.
slab. What's your most expensive?
And then in the middle here, you've got a lot of, again, modern stuff. A whole bunch of Spawn 9.8s. Absolute Batman. Where was it? I think the row above. A lot of Absolute Batman stuff, if you're into that. Mark Spears, which we were talking about, is kind of, people are spearsed out. There's just so much of it. Great artwork, but then if we go over here,
You're welcome. Because I'm like,
a little more vintage stuff. All right, X-Men up at the top there. But anyway, just a great setup. Great booth. Gotham City Comics and Collectibles. Outside of Chicago, I think. All right, guys. I think we're out. Gonna make the trip back home. But this was Capital City Comic Con 2026. Good show. We're gonna get back home and I'll show you guys what I got. All right, let's head out. Capital City. All right, that was Capital City Comic Con 2026. And it was a good show, but not a great show. I feel like the number of comic dealers are really dwindling there. And I went and looked at every single comic booth that was there. I don't know, maybe one or two could have escaped me, but I don't think so. I remember last year there were a couple dealers, vividly, that I remember that were not there this year. And I don't know why. Maybe they had other shows that they were doing, or maybe they just feel that this show isn't worth their time. But for whatever reason, the number of comic dealers were smaller this year. So be it. The show cost me $25 to get into for a Sunday, which I don't know. I mean, it seemed like a lot of money for what was in there and what I like. I mean, there was a ton. You saw the comic booths were maybe 8% of all the different vendors that were there, and it was very sparsely populated. So that's a 3-day show: Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And again, right, with me only being there on a Sunday, it was still way less crowded than what I thought it would be. I had to go back and look at the video I made last year. It didn't look a whole lot different, to be honest. So, I mean, I'm not sitting here saying that their numbers are going down. Maybe their numbers are going up for all I know. But Sundays are really empty at that place. But I still enjoyed myself, had a good time. And the dealers, the comic dealers that were there, I really enjoyed talking to them. So I'm going to show you what I got. I bought from 3 different dealers, and the first person I bought from is who I bought the most from. So a little bit of a stack. And that booth was Argo Comics out of Grand Rapids, pretty sure. And he gave me a pretty good deal because I bought a stack, but you probably saw a bunch of these books that I'm going to show you right now in the video. But I'm going to go through them anyway. All right, first one is Batman 239. That is the Santa Claus cover. Neil Adams cover. Again, I always get it if it's in decent shape, kind of like fine or better. I'll pick it up. And then a handful of Detective Comics. So 407 with Man-Bat on there, Neil Adams. 409, another Neil Adams. 412, Neil Adams. 415 hanging cover, pretty cool cover, also done by Neil Adams. And then this is one of my favorites, 416. Nothing super special about the cover other than what I think is special about it, where, Man Bat's on there, but it's also a green cover. I mean, it's heavily green. You don't see a lot of real green comic book covers, but this was just really well done, I think. So again, my buddy, Neil Adams. And the last one, Detective Comics 438. I showed you this one. The creepy hands with the long fingernails reaching out there. This is Mike Kaluta, not Neil Adams, but cool cover. And it's a 100-pager, so it's one of those square bounds. You probably can't see that. All right, and I'm just going to keep going what I got at this booth. Ghost number 4, Nick Cardy cover. And all of these are in pretty decent shape. Some of them really nice shape. Phantom Stranger, number 29, Louis Dominguez with a sacrificial cover. Swamp Thing number 5, Bernie Wrightson. Unexpected 143, Nick Cardy cover. And I don't know if I realized this before, but he puts his little, it's probably tough for you to see, but there's an N surrounded by a C for Nick Cardy. Maybe he does that on more covers than I realized, but that was kind of cool to see that. So Nick Cardy. All right, and then a couple Charlton books, both of them Steve Ditko covers. Didn't have a whole lot of Tom Sutton that I saw at the show. So the first one is Ghostly Haunts 36, and this thing is ridiculously high grade. So that one might be going to CGC. And then Haunted number 3, this is an okay grade, maybe a VF. But the thing I found interesting on it, I guess I never noticed it before, but when you look at the character on the cover in the white, kind of like right in the middle, is that not Moon Knight? Holy smokes. Really looks like Moon Knight to me. Now, this book came out, Haunted came out at the end of 1971, I believe. And then this book was beginning of 1972. And Werewolf by Night 32, which is the first appearance of Moon Knight, came out in 1975. So this is 3 years before Moon Knight. But man, that is very interesting. Now, this character is kind of like the narrator of the stories inside the book. And I don't remember his name. I want to say it's Impy or something odd like that. But anyway, he's the narrator of the stories. So I don't know, could just be a total coincidence. But still, very interesting. Moon Knight lookalike. All right, Sorcery number 3. You probably saw this on the wall. Gray Morrow did all these covers on Sorcery, but this is kind of a cool one. The red skull there with the snake coming out of it. Kind of creepy. Really nice. And then only 2 Marvels. First one, Supernatural Thrillers number 7 with the living mummy on there. It's not his first appearance. His first appearance is issue number 5, but just one of his nicer covers. Very ominous looking there. And I showcased this one in the video. Frankenstein number 1. This is really nice grade, and with a press, it's going to be even nicer. This is going to be a 9.0 plus. So really nice. One of my favorite titles, as you know. All right. So that was it from Argo's Comics. Argo Comics or Argo's Comics. And then I bought a handful, very small handful of books from Gotham City Comics. You saw them. One of the, I would say, well, Argo Comics and Gotham City Comics were both highly organized. Very, very nice. Everything's in Mylars. And just really nice setup. And Gotham City Comics is out of Chicago or near Chicago. So I know they do this show. They do the, what's the show in Chicago called? Fan Expo. I can't remember if they do C2E2 or not. But they don't do a ton of shows. But anyway, I got a few Witching Tales. Number 60. Number 58. I think these are Louis Dominguez, but I got to check. And then issue number 3. So really early issue. And this is a really nice grade. Nick Cardy cover. Beautiful cover. All those early Witching Hours are fantastic. But this one is going to be, above an 8.0. So really nice. So that was it from Gotham City Comics. Shout out to George, really good guy, super, super nice guy, family run booth all the time. He's got some or all of his family there. Really good. Oh, and I think I got this one out of his bin. So this is Tom Sutton, Many Ghosts of Dr. Graves, number 60. Really cool Tom Sutton cover with the skull. So I did find that, cheap price. George worked with me on the prices overall as well. So, okay. And then the last dealer I got from was, hey, you saw it in the video, where I got some Pit books. So why am I hoarding Pit? I don't know. They're dollar books. Now, he had $5 on all these, but he said everything was for charity, and if you buy 5, you get 1 free. So, yeah, I just picked up 5 of them. Originally, so 2 of them are issue number 1, and then I got issue 17, 18, and 19. Here's what they look like. Dale Keown, or Dale Keene, as some people call him. But I got 17, 18, and 19 because they're the last issues of the run. 20 is the final issue of the run. But 17, 18, 19 is when the title went from Image being the publisher to Full Bleed Comics. And so it went 17, 18, 19, 20. And 20 is the last one. But these are all like very low print. And then issue 1, super high print. But all of these are 9/8 candidates. So I just throw them in a box with all the other ones and let them sit there. And then the last one I got, because it was buy 5, get 1 free, was this, nothing special, Amazing Spider-Man 268 newsstand. But it came with this this cover, which was kind of neat. I'm a sucker for stuff like this, but this is the original mailing envelope for the comic book. Do I know for sure this exact comic book came in it? No, I don't, but I think it's kind of cool. Right from Marvel, you can't read it, right? Marvel Comics Group and Park Avenue in New York City. So I just thought that was kind of cool. He had a bunch of these, and I just decided to get the ASM, mainly because it was a newsstand. And again, if it came right from the publisher in a mailing envelope, can it be a newsstand? That's what I don't know, right? Or should it have been a direct copy? Regardless, I like the newsstand copy. But that was it. So, yeah, very few pickups at this show. It was still fun, but hopefully next year, I don't know, maybe they watch this video and they try to recruit some more comic vendors there. I'll go again, just because I enjoy the show. And hopefully I can get there earlier in the weekend, like maybe on a Friday, and get there before all the good stuff is taken. But still, there was still good stuff on Sunday, as you could see. So let me know your thoughts. Were you at the show? Did you like it or not? What were some of the pickups that I got that you liked the most as well? And until next time, have a great day.